Hi, my name is Benjamin McWilliams,
And my name is Roman.
and we're two dudes, one show.
Yeah, welcome again.
So today we're going to be discussing a new show from the Love, Death, and Robots.
Episode 3.
Episode 3. I'll give you the basic rundown for it. So if you have not seen it and want to go see it and not be ruined, don't listen to me talk now. Essentially, I'm going to give you a very shortened version of it. So a lady wakes up, putting on her clothes. Suddenly, she looks at the window and sees a man covered in blood. Now, what does she do? She fucking runs. She just starts running like, I've got to get out of here. This dude then decides to follow her because it's a really great idea. If you're covered in blood, you chase another person. So she's trying to run away. She calls up someone on the phone. It's in Russian, and my Russian is not very good. Then she ends up in this strip club. I guess that's where she works. It's either a strip club or a brothel. Most important part, there's titties. And as she's there trying to hide, the dude follows her. Then he's got titties to his face. He sees her. She runs away. He's following like they're just after each other. And then she goes into a random apartment building, goes up the stairs, and goes into a room. He has the keys to it, unlocks it, goes in, and they get into a fight, and she shoots him. And right as she shoots him, she's covered in blood. She looks out the window and sees the same dude on the other side. And that's where the episode ends. Did I miss anything important?
I don't think you missed anything. It's just the chase scene is quite long. I think that you missed that when she was in that brothel. It's something like brothel and peep show place because they all dressed in BDSM clothes, most of them. And there is a peep show scene where she's dancing like naked, just wearing some nightgown, and that's where the guy is actually seeing her and keeps chasing. So they have a short break in the chase sequence in that brothel, and then he follows her. But all other things, I think you just highlighted correctly.
That's good. I thought it was really funny that the reaction of I would say the reaction of the dude, because once you see the end of it, the first thing I think of is, so this probably happened to the dude before. He probably was chased down by her, and it's this cycle. And at what point do they sit there and think, maybe I shouldn't chase him? Maybe I should go the other way.
Mm-hmm.
Or I know where they're going next. Maybe? No, because they don't know which one because they keep on killing each other. So I guess the dude doesn't know she's going to a brothel. Which, you got to think about it. If you just killed someone and then you see him, if you're going to chase after him, what do you think will happen? And he kept on trying to
Uh,
tell her to stop, right?
yeah, he always asks her, "Hey, stop!" Like I just something like I want to talk with you. You know, like this standard thing.
Yeah.
I don't think that they're actually in the cycle and that they're already been in this situation over and over again. It's just I think it's just one encounter, but it's a what is like it's a Groundhog Day today.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a
Groundhog
Groundhog Day
Day.
today.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, this is like one of the variations of Groundhog Day, I think.
Yeah.
This episode.
It's just a constant kill. Like, I kill you. I kill you. I kill you.
Hell, you know, I kill you first.
Yeah.
So I think that this episode is actually one of the most famous from Love, Death, and Robots series, especially the first season. They don't have extensive dialogues. Most of the stuff is visual. It's action, mild action, and
Action and titties.
they usually it is, yeah, and usually, yeah, sexualized content, of course, people love that.
Oh, yeah.
And good animation, more realistic. It looks like the visual style is, I think, may resemble some of the AI visual styles of like these networks that is just doing all these pictures recently. Also, it's a bit like a, how to say, like impressionism, these direction of art,
What?
and they are not the clarity of characters and the clarity of their visuals. It's not that clear. It's a little bit, I don't know, like it's vivid. The colors are vivid. They're catchy, but it's a unique style. Nobody saw, I think, that kind of style. And even if we know the movies like Scanner Darkly with the Keanu Reeves and Woody Harrelson a long time ago, it's a very different style. It's not cell shading. That cell, like it's not the style, the visual style of these episodes not leaning there. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why people love that. Second, it's easy to run in the bars. So I've seen this episode being run in several bars in Shanghai, actually, even in Inferno in the heavy metal bar.
The heavy metal bar Infernal. Oh yeah, that was a fun bar.
Yeah,
That's kind of interesting because yeah, I guess you could definitely show this at bars because there's not much dialogue and there's titties. But yeah, it was overall a really good chase scene. It's that misdirection at the end where she looks up and then sees him. You're like, holy. It leaves a lot more questions than it really answers.
yeah. Did you recognize the surroundings of the city?
The surroundings of the city, it was those blocks. I would want to
Mm-hmm.
say it kind of reminds me a bit of China. Where you have it's a little bit
Definitely.
different. Um, or like Soviet blocks where you just have these huge buildings and it's just like it just that go on for miles.
So the outside, the exterior, it's Hong Kong. It's easy
Okay.
to recognize because you could see these tall, like high rise even because with the neon lights, like hive like buildings. Also, you could see when she was in a taxi, you could see Team Shui and Hong Kong W and the symbol resembling Hong Kong subway.
Okay.
But the interior, yeah, it's like even they used Sing Chung Shating. So Shating is a subway station and the district in Hong Kong. But when you look at the interiors of the brothel, and when you look at the interiors of the, I think, final location with the stairs, wooden stairs, these high door frames, it's actually resembles Russian houses, especially in St. Petersburg. So it's quite interesting how they blended two different architecture styles. Exterior is Asia, Hong Kong. Interior, it's Russia and more St. Petersburg. St. Petersburg is more European, like
Mhm.
maybe Netherlands, yeah, Dutch
Yeah, I
style.
yeah, I wouldn't know yeah, on the outside it looks like China, but I couldn't I haven't lived in Hong Kong long enough to know the subways. But definitely been in Shanghai and Hong Kong long enough to be like, okay, it looks kind of like that. And then they were speaking Russian. I'm like, oh, I get that.
Yeah, they speak Russian, and there are some, I think, titles or the shop names in Russian. Oh yeah, it's like
Hmm.
Ia Novosti, so it's like news and whatever. So I guess the team. Let's check the team. I don't see anything. I don't have the titles. Yeah, so I guess they have some, like, okay, producer Jenny Ream, Alberto Mielgo. Uh, also like, no, they don't have any Russians or, yeah, but oh no, there's like, no, they don't have. So it's actually a big team who was working on this episode. So I was expecting that one of the creators was Russian or Russian speaking at least, but
They just thought, you know what? We need to put Russian in there.
Yeah, I guess so. So maybe we need just more research to to do more research on actually why is it there. But at
Why?
least as it comes from the end credits, I'm not very sure about. By the way, do you know um anything about this director who directed this episode? Anything?
No idea. I'm not here for names.
Okay, so this visual style, um, it's Alberto Mielgo's. Not only his, but he's like usually associated with these episodes. They used the same visual style and maybe even the same actress in the third season final episode.
Mhm.
So when I was watching the third season final episode, I was like, again, same thing. I mean, not same thing, but the same visual style. It means people love the episode so much they probably wanted to see it again, or the like I think the channel like Netflix, they just wanted to say, hey, that was a cool thing that you did. Let's do one more.
Yeah.
And this creator Alberto Mielgo, he I think he's getting more and more prominent. He has a very interesting future because he got in touch with Tim Miller and David Fincher. And Tim Miller is and the David Fincher, you all know, like Tim Miller, I think also. So these are big names, big guys. So
I don't know these people, so you're going to have to
no,
tell me.
no, David Fincher, the director of Seven with Brad Pitt.
Oh,
The,
wait, which one
yes,
was 7? Was that the animated one?
no, Seven is the 1995 motion picture with Brad Pitt and
Okay.
Morgan Freeman and Kevin Spacey,
I've probably
John
seen it.
Doe, and
I'm
so on. You see,
terrible. I'm
I'm
not
sure.
here to. I'm terrible with names.
Yeah, so David Fincher, of course, Fight
Mhm.
Club.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, that's really
and
cool.
and Tim Miller is a very famous also filmmaker. Like he was working on Deadpool. I mean,
Okay, I do love Deadpool.
Deadpool, man.
A
I think
big
everybody knows Deadpool.
Deadpool fan. I know some people don't like it, and that's okay. But yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, what do you think about our CCP system?
the CCP system, the best system in the world, really. The CCP.
Easy to describe:
It's so easy to
creativity,
describe.
consistency, and pleasantry.
I would say, okay, creativity. I would give it a 1 for creativity. I thought it was good. I like the when they went into the BDMS brothel, the BDMSB. Yeah, BDMSB. There we go. It was a lot of cool visuals, a lot of interesting things going on. Um, also just enjoyed some of the scene. Uh, yeah, it seems very creative. So I would give it a 1. I'm nice on them. All right.
I think I should put myself into the shoes of me in 2019, 20 when I first watched that. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not quite sure. And I think I would give it to 1 because I liked the visuals, even though I thought that the idea of these reverse, same story reversed, the revelation that actually she shot the guy and then he was just across the street and the same thing would happen with them over and over again, or just like whatever. It's not novel. It's not really creative to, make something like that. But if we just look at the visual style, that it's a short episode of the TV series, animated TV series, and if we take into account cinematography, colors, the pace, the length of the episode is quite short,
Mm-hmm.
and how they merge different visual styles that are already like architecture and different locations. It's definitely one. It's definitely one.
So our next one is consistency. I would say on the consistency, I mean, it was pretty consistent, but I'm going to give it a 0 just because I think that it's just dumb where she's going to kill him, he's going to kill her, she's going to kill him. It just doesn't seem right. Like at one point, someone has to sit there and be like, hold on, we're stuck in the Matrix. Or maybe they are just that dumb.
I think that I agree with you. I will give it 0, neutral, because the break in between was quite odd. So she got away from him, and then he was dragged into that um, brothel, BDMS, BDSM, BDMSB, whatever
BMS
place,
bashing.
that he was the only customer there. And all these ladies or whoever were like, you know, all over him. And he was watching the show, and it was the same girl. And then the chase continued. This whole thing was very odd because it would be more consistent in if he wasn't brought through the back door, but if there were other customers there, there was like something going on, and by some chance, so like he
Mm-hmm.
would see the girl again and then keep chasing. Now, this break was very strange, and how the way she found the gun, like, and the guy was overdosed or whatever, like dosed off. It doesn't matter. So this scene, I think that they had something in their mind to, okay, how can we make this break and continue the story so it's not just like chasing and just boring thing? How can we how can we stitch together two different parts of the chase? How can we escalate the tension? How can we escalate the action here? And they
Mm-hmm.
chose this, and I felt it's a bit off.
Yeah, that makes sense. Um, and then our last one is the P, and then our CCP. So pleasantry. I thought it was pretty pleasant when I watched it. I have to think. It was pleasant. There was some funny moments. I was making fun of it the whole time. Just I don't know. Some of those chase scenes are just funny to watch for me because they're just always kind of the same. You know, you think she's gotten away, and then he goes, "I want to look at some titties," and so I would give the pleasantry a point 5. It wasn't
Point
like
five.
point 0.5. I don't want to put it like up to 1, but the point 0.5, it's still good. We're making up
More
our number.
than, I think we're making it like 1, 0, or like -1. I think plus 0 or minus. So we
Okay.
don't give it like 0.5 or zero point
Okay, if it's
0.3,
a
0.
point 0.5, then we're going to round it up and I'll give it a plus, so a 1.
Okay. As for the pleasantry, I think, as we maybe discussed it before, there are different types of pleasantry. And when I was watching this episode, unlike the first one, it was pleasant to watch because of the story and
Mm-hmm.
because of the, like, what is going on, dialects, cliffhangers, and Wolverine lady.
Oh yeah.
Or yeah,
That
yes.
yeah.
So second one, yes, also pleasantry to understand the world more. Here, pleasantry for me was different because like, again, the first time I was watching it was at the bar. So I was waiting for my friend. I had like a glass of beer, the screen, not many people, the bartenders are busy. I was watching. I was watching. I didn't miss anything. I was watching until the end. Why pleasant? Because I liked these Easter eggs of Hong Kong sites, Hong Kong, like names, like the districts, the symbol, the subway logo, then some Russian words that something resembling. Then some of these details gave me enough pleasantry. Not not the main plot of this chase, but these details about where they were making these. um, these scenes where they were shooting them, because obviously they used the footage, like the real footage. They should have done that. It's not all like painted and something
Mm-hmm.
like that. That's what made me feel pleasant or like pleased or enough pleasantry. And of course, the female character can't help it.
Yeah. I'm just saying your Captain Jack Sparrow poster looks like he has a massive dong between his legs.
Yeah, I agree with that.
What? I was
Like,
just looking at that thinking like what is
just
that like the
just touch it.
Pirates of the Caribbean porn?
There is one.
There is one. Jack Swallows is his name.
So, yeah, there's.
Why isn't it Jack Swallows? Anyways, we're going on a tangent. Maybe there'll be a new poster up. Thank you, people who listen to us. If you like our content, write down message below if you want us to look at something and make stupid comments or educated slash dumb comments. More than welcome to. And again, I'm Benjamin.
And I'm Roman. Thank you everyone for being here.
Yeah.